Hi, welcome back to my video 65. Thank you so much for your support this far. And my name is Kelvin. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer and also a Microsoft Office specialist. Now, in this video, I'm going to share with you how do we create a dependent unique drop-down list from my first drop-down. Okay, but in my first drop-down, it's already a mess. So let's take a look at how do we clean up the column and then we use it over and over again in our formula. So let's take a look at this set of data. I believe you have seen this before. Now, this is a very typical example of those data which is messy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write up a very quick way of cleaning it up. So if I want to clean up this column, I will need to use the clean and the trim function. Okay, clean and the trim function. So let's say I want to create a unique name from here. Now, let's just say before I create the unique name from here, I just put that equals to clean, right? Clean. Now, I have already named the column here, right? And I'm going to use the trim. I'll tell them customer name. So I'm going to put this one. So by doing this, it's all clean up. You see that? The list is done very nicely, clean up, no space, no unprintable record and so on. But then they are repeating. So this is where I'm going to add in the formula, says filter, right? Filter. Sorry, not filter. What am I talking about? It's supposed to be just unique, U-U-E, unique. Yeah, unique. And I'll tell them, please remove all those that is duplicated. So I just want the unique value. There you go. I have the unique value down. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to have those name like Jackson. Okay. Let me just build up this list first. I go to this thing called data validation. I'll build a drop-down list. So I'm going to tell them based on this name here, and I'll just put the hash symbol, enter. Now, by doing this, now I will have, let's say, Ethan Smith. Now, I have Ethan Smith, and you look at Ethan Smith, it actually appear here once, it appear here second time, and it appear another time here. Is there any more Ethan Smith? No, there's 3 times here, but they have only February, November, and June. Only 3 months, not January, not March, not April. Okay, so we only have this. How do I know whether what I should type here? So in this drop-down list, I want them to be dependent on who I choose and list down all those unique months as well. Right? So how am I going to do that? So I'm going to tell them to please look for it first. So the existing month based on Ethan Smith. So how do I do that? So I'm going to use what? Equals to, you can guess it. What am I going to use? Filter. Right, so I'm going to use filter. I'm going to tell them, please go to the month where the data in column customer. So I'm going to put there clean, trim, my customer name first is equal to Ethan Smith here. Okay, so that's it. So when I press enter, they just give me these 3 months according to what I showed you earlier. So remember this, Ethan this and Ethan this. So they have February, November, and June. So February, November, and June. So in this list now, I can safely go to the list here. I say, create me a drop-down list, and this is going to refer to M5, and I'll put a hash sign. All right. So which means in this drop-down list, I will not get any other month except the month that is available, and the calculation will automatically appear. As soon as I have both selected, the sales amount will appear. So Ethan Smith, November. Ethan Smith, November. This is February. Ethan Smith, November. So 690629. Okay, so I hope you like this video. Please share this to all the people that need this kind of solution. So help me by like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video, video 66. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.